Oh, give me a minute for those watching on YouTube. I need to do something real quick. I'm going live on TikTok as well on my personal account. Okay. Okay. Let me pull up another window here. All right. Another day, another attempt to push through resistance. Ethereum's looking very nice. You know what? It might not even do a back test at this level, which means it will eventually get there, but we might just be going straight through. So what do we have here? Subscribers only mode. Yeah, okay, we're good on YouTube. Hello everyone on TikTok. Hop on in. Live on TikTok on Alexander Jamal Costa, and as always would greatly appreciate a follow on my, hopefully just it'll be my backup account, WWBTC5. And then hello Al. And then yeah, follow me on that, and I appreciate you want to head over to YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel, World War Bitcoin. So all right, anyway, things are looking good today. Good morning, Bia. What's going on in YouTube, man? I would have expected more viewers by now, but oh well. All right. Hello, Zed. Been a while. Hope you're well. So I've been saying once Ethereum broke through 2717 here, that it was going to get to 3,000 pretty quickly, maybe even a little higher than that before it found some resistance there. So that's looking good. ETH dominance is looking good. You know, Bitcoin dominance is looking bad for Bitcoin dominance, good for us. So we'll see. We will see. Let me look at the ETH Bitcoin chart. I mean, all eyes are on Ethereum right now. That looks good. Look at that. At least for those of you watching on YouTube. If you were to see this chart for those on TikTok, it looks like it's breaking out of a bull flag, ETH Bitcoin. So that's good. Hello, Tiras. Oh, yeah, hit that like button, please. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Sonar1, for doing that. Hello, Saad. Good to see you. Slow start to the live stream. That's all right, though. Long-time viewer. I'm hoping Tao does well this year. King Sock. Yeah, well, I know who you are. What are the ones that are going to benefit the most? Good to see you. Oh, yeah, good to see you. What are the ones that are going to benefit the most from Ethereum breaking out? I have a top 3. Pendle, which is up against some resistance right now, and then Pepe, which looks like it's doing pretty well, and then Tau would be number 3, and not in any particular order, but I've noticed when Ethereum does well that those 3 tend to do well. So here we go. Let's do it. If you did not watch, I made a video on my account, WWBTC5, and I posted it on YouTube. I posted it on X, on Instagram. But it was basically, I get this question over and over again. Are you still a bear for the end of 2025? And what I say in that video is I am seeing less and less of a compelling reason to be a bear for the end of this year based on where the stock market is going. So it recovered much more than I thought it would. How's your day going? Clips and chips going well. I hope you're doing well. Town not available in my region, New York. There's ways, but yeah, New York's the worst, man. Sorry for you. Good morning, yes way, Jose. What's up with Solana? Yeah, Sol's recovering pretty well. We'll see. Hopefully it can break through that 200-day. ETH broke through. It's looking like it has for sure, man. You know, I was expecting a back test. I have a limit order set for 2717. But you know, it can certainly break out and not come back and back test that. So, you know, I said once it broke through 2717, it was going to be a pretty clear path to 3,000, maybe 3,100 before hitting any resistance there. So that might be the case. That might be what happens. I guess after, let's see. I think we see a little pullback before heading upwards of 3K. It seems like that's not what's going to happen, but I do have my limit order set. So I guess I have to research how to do that because I really do want some Tau. Honestly, I mean, I would download Trust Wallet. I'd send some Ethereum there, and then I'd connect it to Uniswap and see if that would work. Thank you, Sibodo and Andrew, for the follow. Is this your real account? So my main World War Bitcoin account got banned because there is somebody going around trying to extort money out of people, and some people are actually paying the money to this guy. It's insane, and I'm not willing to do that. And so I'm hoping to get that account back, and hopefully I'll be if so, I'll just lay low for a little bit and not post much on that account. And so instead, what I'm doing is, this is my personal account on TikTok, Alexander Jamal Costa. Please hit the follow there, and then please follow me on this account, WWBTC5. I need to get that to 1,000 followers so I can go live on that channel. Do whatever you can. Please help me out. Do whatever you can so I can get that to 1,000. Like, engage, watch all the videos all the way through, whatever you can. If you have time, I would greatly appreciate it. All right, Texas, is ICP going to do good short term? ICP has been underperforming. And, you know, last few days have been pretty promising. It's looking like it's going to break out of this range it's been in for 3 months. But we'll see. It's not one that I'm too excited about holding right now. You never know. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Rod, for the follow. Sandy Beans and BFR for the follow. Do me a favor, smash up that like button. I want to remind you all again, this is HEEHEE month. We're doing a giveaway this month. If you buy 1 Solana worth of HEEHEE at any point this month, you could have as many entries as you want. You will automatically be entered into a raffle to win 500,000 tokens. Second place would be 300,000. Third place would be 200,000. All right, Saad, I hope you win something too. Thank you, Osman, for the follow. What's your thoughts on XRP after the ETF approval predictions? Nothing's changed as far as like, all right, XRP I think is going to put another leg up. So, so let's see that happen, you know? When? Who knows? I mean, XRP chops for such a long time. Confident in meme coins short term. You know, if we can see this breakout with Ethereum, we can see this move down in Bitcoin dominance, then yes, yeah. I've noticed, I mean, a fair amount of meme coins are still chopping, but that could change on a dime. You know, if we see Solana like break through its 200-day moving average, that's going to be very bullish. 200 days at 175. So I would see HEEHEE going up, not the HEEHEE or something like that. I don't know what you're saying, Montana girl. I like that you're conservative. I don't. There'll be a time that I'm a proper moon boy. I'm telling you, but not right now. I am bullish right now, and I will be bullish for the remainder of the year. But I mean, you know, people who were not conservative, if you were to ask them a year ago where they thought these cryptocurrency prices were going to be, what would you think that they would say? Like, I think for some people, they'd say like Solana, $1,000 by now. Bitcoin's the only one that they would have been anywhere near right on. Ethereum, certainly not 2,850. Absolutely not. So things like that. He will go to 10 million this month. I hope you're right, Zed. I do not believe that that's what's going to happen. So, all right, let's check the LCX chart, please. There's nothing special with LCX in the chart. But reminder, LCX will bore you to death, and then it'll explode. So that's an ugly looking chart. But should you hold some LCX just in case, or for when that time comes for it to explode? Sure, yeah. What's the deal? Novalock's been pretty much a scam. No real updates and nothing happening. Delroy sucks. I gave up on Novalock 6 months ago. So, I mean, they never recovered from that. From the HEEHEE hack. So what's the deal? You know, I wouldn't call it a scam. I would just say they never recovered. Are you still holding Link up to its all-time high? JN, I was never holding Link up to its all-time high. I am holding Link. I'm definitely holding Link, but I'm not holding it to its all-time high. All right, thoughts on Axelar? Did some major move up yesterday. Hey, could somebody on TikTok comment real quick? I'm just hoping that like the chat hasn't moved in a little bit. That's not normal. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Saad. And whoever else comments. Yes, thank you. All right. Thoughts on Axelar. Did some major move up yesterday. Let's look at Axelar. 48 cents. Yeah, look at that. All right. So I'm guessing it's going to go down a little bit from here. I mean, that was an explosive move. I would not touch that right now. But, you know, I mean, look at where it closed. Closed right at the 200-day. And so now I would expect it to go down to one of these levels here, like 45, 46 cents at least. Or if you were to draw some fibs here, you know, this is one that I'd be pretty comfortable shorting right now, honestly, for the time being, just for a scalp or something. I don't even know if I'd be able to short it. Hello, luxury cigar reviewer. Ooh, hey, how about you be an admin on this account? Oh, maybe you already are. Never mind. Okay, render Ondo H bar. You throw out 3 random ones like that. It takes me a little too long to look at each one. So how about I'll look at render, and then maybe later I'll look at Ondo. Render. Render is at resistance right now. The chart doesn't look amazing. And so, things get hot. If I was looking at this independently, I would not love the idea of buying render. Especially, the 200 days been resistance for a while. So, no thanks short term at least. Zeus cooked are possibly a great entry. I did talk about the potential of Zeus going down and chopping for a bit. I think it's gonna have a time, but it's probably done for a little bit here. Not finished, but done for a little bit. Same group of people that just pump and dump, but possibly some upside. Yeah. Long term, for all these. Long term, for the rest of the year, yeah. Yeah, I'll hold any of those. All right, let's see. Thoughts on Quant. Quant's been one of the more bullish charts in all of crypto. So I'd have no problem holding on to Quant right now. It's down a little bit today. I would say just buy the dip. Looks like it's in a channel here. Pretty consistent channel. So I'd have no problem buying into that. Thank you, Jamie, for the follow. The top wallet in HEEHEE, 50 million token holding. Why it goes up and down. It's your wallet. It's not my wallet. 50 million. Who holds 50 million tokens? Yeah, I don't know who that would be. But there is one wallet that has a lot of HEEHEE tokens, and he drives me crazy. I've pointed him out before, and he'll just sell and buy and sell and buy and sell and like at the worst times. So, but I know he's a big supporter. It's the liquidity pools, the top wallet on SoulScan. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, maybe that is. You think ADA hits at least December highs? I think so, yeah. Are you saying you don't think Link will get back to $30? I thought you were fitted for a Link Marine uniform. What? $30 is not the all-time high, JN. I could see Link easily getting to $30. Thank you, Scented Pleasures. User 332, I said yes to your question. You don't have to ask it again or spam it. At what point is it late to put money in the market? In a sense, you should be buying all of your crypto in the bottom of the bear market. Right now we're in an uptrend. And so my mindset is to buy the dip in DCA. When it's too late, it's when, I wouldn't be surprised if even this account, if I went live on TikTok and had 1,000 followers in this live stream, it would be too late when things are just scorching hot. It's all over the news. Everyone's talking about crypto. They're talking about making millions of dollars on crypto. So still bullish on DeSci. We need things to get really hot for DeSci, but I do have some expectations. Are we back or what? I got some capital deploy. What's looking good today? Mike, I buy the dip DCA. A great time to have bought was last week during that Elon and Trump Twitter beef. That was the least scary dump of this entire year. Now, we could move down a little bit. As far as what to buy, Ethereum's breaking out. So the top three that I like to buy when Ethereum breaks out are Pepe, Pendle, and Tau. All right, SXT chart. Let me look at the SXT chart. Again, guys, do me a favor. Yes, luxury cigar reviewer, you read my mind. Please give me a follow on my backup account because my current World War Bitcoin account got banned. A bad actor is he wants me to pay him $3,000, I'm assuming, and I'm not going to do that. So hopefully I can just get my account back and not worry about that. There's nothing with SXT. It's too new. I've looked at multiple charts. It's too new for me to analyze it. Yeah, no spamming. I will get to your questions. Thank you. Yes. Hello, Anthony. Solana ETF bullish. It depends. Does Grayscale own any Solana? If so, I would think that we're going to have to go through a period where Grayscale sells more Solana than the other ETFs buy. The same thing happened with Ethereum, and now Ethereum's in a really good spot. But the first 6 months, Grayscale selling outpaced Solana, outpaced the other ETFs buying. Now we're in a position where Ethereum, the ETH ETFs are buying much more ETH than what is minted per day. So that's bullish for ETH, but we might have to work through that with Solana. Thoughts on LCX? I already looked at LCX. The chart looks terrible, but anything can happen. It can change on a dime. How come you and Ski both got banned at the same time? There is, yeah, this is going to be my thing over and over again. There's this one guy who is going around to crypto accounts. He claims that somebody's paying him to do this. All right, but he's going around to crypto accounts reporting old videos and hoping that somebody at TikTok is dumb enough to be like, oh yeah, that's in violation of our terms and services. And he'll just go through and report. And some of them will slip through the cracks. Most of them, TikTok says, no, this is not against our terms and services. And enough of my videos were reported that I got banned. I would assume the same thing happened with Ski as well. And then what he's been doing, he's done this with a lot of people, and a lot of people have paid him. He will message them on Telegram and demand that they pay him $3,000 to stop. Something like that, $3,000, something like that. And he claims that he has the ability to get their accounts restored. And from what I've been able to find, he actually does have the ability to get their accounts restored. I don't know. I don't know what, maybe he removes the complaints or something. And I'm not going to pay him, but other people have. And so the fact that other people paid him means that now he has a business. Because I think like 10 people, at least 10 different people have paid him the ransom. And so thank you, Crypto Pizza Girl. Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you, Crypto Mason. Thank you, some other people for paying this guy. Because if you didn't pay him, he would have quit. But because you paid him, now my account's banned. So thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate that. Thoughts on Jasmine back to 2024 high? I could see Jasmine going back to its 2024 high, yeah. Think Superverse exceeds all-time high of, same thing happened to Will Watson. All-time high of 472 for Superverse. I don't know where 472 is, or where Superverse is. It's possible. I mean, it's at 75 cents right now. I could see that. Najmuddin, thank you for the follow. Benji, what's up? Thank you for the follow. Could you give me a good long on Uni? Foregone, guess what? On my second backup account called Fartcoin Maximalist on X. Please give me a follow, everybody. Fartcoin Maximalist. I gave an entry in my most recent video. So you're going to have to go there and watch that video. Thank you, 998. You think Pole will get to $1? Man, that's 1/3 of its previous all-time high. So that would make sense. Thank you, Scotty. Thoughts on Akash? Let's see. Structurally, Akash looks really good. Looks like had a nice big move, got down to the 236, bounced back. So I could see Akash bouncing, doing very well from here. So is that your new TikTok? Yeah, WWBTC5 for now. Please, again, I'm begging you guys, could you get me to 1,000 followers on this account so I can go live? WWBTC5. Did you finish your book yet? I'm sorry, man. No. So he wants to pay you to stop reporting. Yes. Who has paid this guy? I already named some people. Why don't you report him to TikTok? What do I report? Somebody on this live stream a couple of days ago said he has connections. So I sent him screenshots of everything. I sent him screenshots of even evidence of other people paying him. So that's all I can do. That's an inside job somewhere, somehow. Or just a lucrative business. I mean, I think this guy's a Middle Easterner, probably making some good dough, more than you would expect. KTA thoughts, got in early, but lots of FUD on X. That seems to be false. Why not dox the scammer? What do I do? He doesn't have any. I don't know who he is. He's got some account on Telegram, and what's that going to do? It's not like I know how to find his public information. So yeah, Kita, Patriot Girl. I mean, it can't keep going up like this. Yesterday, the last 2 days was very, very good. If you're in it still, I would say this for any crypto that goes up as aggressively, especially in new crypto, you just got to be taking some profits. I don't know about the FUD. Don't know at all. So, oh shoot, Akash. Oh yeah, I did look at Akash. Where can I find that account? It's called Fartcoin Maximalist Foregone. Like I said, type in the word Fartcoin and the word maximalist. All right, Mina to $2, 21 cents. What's its all-time high? I'm sure previous bull market it went much higher than that. I don't think Mina is going anywhere near its previous all-time high, so I don't think so. I thought you said you weren't bullish. This is going to ruin your 1,000 people in live stream indicator. It might not, honestly. Timmy, what's the time frame that you're thinking? I thought you said you weren't bullish, because recently I've been talking about that. I thought a week and a half ago I said I thought it would take 2 to 3 weeks for Ethereum to break out of its 2717 resistance, and at that point I'd be pretty bullish. And I thought, maybe we'd chop for the entire month of June and then break out, but Ethereum has broken out. Are you talking about my perspective for 2025? I just don't know what time frame you're referring to. What can Doge get to? I really don't know, man. I gave a 53-cent price target in early 2024. I'm still not all that in love with this idea that altcoins are going to have this big explosive 2025. There'll be runs. So Jam says I'm wrong. Does he? I haven't heard anything about Jamil. I mean, we've disagreed these last few weeks. We still have a similar perspective, but we've disagreed these last few weeks. He called. He tweeted out last week, looks like my work is done here. I hope I saved you some money. I called the top again, and then Ethereum went higher than what he projected. So I think between the two of us, I'm looking more right now. With the 2.4 CPI from today and QE rates possibly coming down soon, do you see the alt season this year, or are you still expecting that to be delayed? All right, 2.4 CPI today, sure, that's fine. QE, what are you talking about with QE? We're not anywhere near any official announcement of QE. There's stealth QE, but we need real QE. And then rates possibly coming down soon, no. Rates are not coming down in June. There's 99.9% chance in the next Fed meeting that's not happening. It is most likely not happening in July. There is a possibility that it'll come down 25 basis points in September. But I think the projection for this year as of right now is only 50 basis points of rate cuts. And rate cuts are not bullish. Rates bottoming out is bullish, but I'm more bullish if they don't cut rates for the stock market and for Bitcoin. So just looking. Thank you for the follow. Timmy, thank you for the follow. How much did the scammer ask for? I think he said 3,000. Pay $3K to anyone who can shut him down. Yeah, maybe. Brett thoughts. Let me look at Brett. Not in love with Brett right now, at least. I think it's going to go down a little bit more. I did draw a projection on my chart, which you can see on my YouTube channel, World War Bitcoin, and it's putting in a higher low right now. A lower high. Maybe it is going to follow this and then bottom out over the next few weeks here. Thank you, Luxury Cigar Reviewer. Thank you, Texan and Khalid, for the follow. Sounds like you feel that most coins will get to December highs again. Well, yeah, if you watch the video that I posted on this account, WWBTC5 on TikTok, I addressed that earlier today. That looking at where we are with the stock market, it looks like we're in the middle of a V-shaped recovery, and I do wonder if we have a 1998 type scenario behind us. 1998, there was a point it looked like it was over in the stock market. It looked like we were entering a bear market. And then we had a V-shaped recovery, and we had an irrational pump to end that bull run, and then it was over, So maybe it doesn't make sense for us to pump, but the stock markets can be irrational for a lot longer than you can expect. And if the stock market's going to put in a new all-time high, then it doesn't make sense for crypto to just dump from here. Long-term Ondo, I like Ondo long-term. I wouldn't hold any crypto other than Bitcoin and HEEHEE long-term. What's your thoughts on Gas Pass and NPC on Ethereum? Gas Pass, I've seen a lot of people hype it up. Haven't looked into it myself. That's all I can say. NPC, never looked into it. Oh yeah, can QT end next week in FOMC meeting? It's not a huge deal, Zed. I'm sure. I know that you guys are holding on for some big catalyst that's going to send us to the stratosphere. It's only $5 billion a month that they're unwinding right now. Sure, it could end, but it already has ended functionally. Crow just following along. Pundle, yeah, I still haven't checked out Pundle. Thank you, Tony, for the follow. Thank you, Olua, for the follow. I heard you mention swarms one time. Haven't heard you mention anything again. You still holding? Yeah, ETH staking is the catalyst. Maybe that's it. Yeah. All right, swarms. Yeah, I still hold swarms. I have like $200 worth. It's not really doing all that much. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I'm holding this. Honestly, looking at this chart, the chart looks terrible. I'm just hoping for like a dead cat bounce or something. Do you think LCX can still run? Yes. All right, whiff. Whiff is another one. Like, listen, it's if whiff were to break through the 200-day moving average, I'd be much more excited about it. But as it is right now, there's very little upside and a lot more downside. So LCX can still run. It'll shoot off out of nowhere. Thoughts on Brett and overall blue chip memes? I think they're all fine to hold. Can HEEHEE 50x from here? Yes, it certainly can. When the time comes, when the stars align and euphoria gets here, HEEHEE will be 50x higher than what it is right now at some point. I have very little doubt about that. HEEHEE, guys, not HEHE. HEEHEE. Why are rate cuts not bullish? Because the reason why rate cuts are not bullish in and of themselves is because they're mostly done when the Federal Reserve sees weakness in the economy. Now, sure, there are times when they'll be like, okay, mission accomplished. But just do yourself a favor. Look at every time historically when when, what am I thinking here? Every time historically when the Fed has cut rates, when they've cut them pretty hard, we've entered a recession. But in 1995 and in 1998, they cut a little bit and then they paused. And when they paused, stock market did very well. Crypto obviously wasn't around at that time. They cut into looming fear for the most part. So bro has no idea what he's saying. Thank you, man. Ponky, a good low market cap meme to get into now. Yes, I have some Ponky. Tony, sorry, not Tony. Timmy, please don't spam. I'm responding to every comment, so you don't have to spam it. AI tech can go 10x. Maybe. I'm very wary of 2024 new utility because a lot of it was money grabs. AO's to $1. Yeah, that's a little more than double from where it is right now. I can see that. HEEHEE will go violently up with the Michael Jackson biopic this year. Yes, October 3rd. Just like Solnick. Solnick pumped really hard with the Sonic 3 being released. HEEHEE is going to pump really hard leading up to October 3rd. Ski loves ICP, but you hate why. Does Ski love ICP? I'm not sure. I'm not sure you have the correct intel on that. Because we both talk about cryptos that have very high inflation, highly inflationary. ICP is highly inflationary. But maybe I'm wrong about that, man. I got 1K in HEEHEE and waiting. Okay. I know that you recently made a video, but thoughts on end of 2025 updated. No, you're going to have to watch the video. I put in the work. Please do me a favor. Go to WWBTC5, hit the follow. Please help me get to 1,000 followers. Watch the video. I mean, short answer, there's not really a compelling argument to be made that we should be bearish for the rest of this year. Hopefully Powell doesn't say something stupid next week. I mean, what would he say that's stupid? Stupid, I mean, he might still posture as hawkish. I guess that's it. Thank you, Stuart, for the follow. Where do you have that uni entry? Which account? Oh, foregone. What is wrong with you? I've named the account 2 times. Fartcoin Maximalist on TikTok. You know what? You've got to be a troll, man. There's no way. There's no way that you are seriously asking me that. I don't believe it. Did Sketch get banned also? Who's Sketch? You talking about Ski? Yeah, he got banned. He had to start a new account. What happened to Aura? I don't know. Oh, yes, Ski. I have no idea what Aura is. Fart Boy is a W? Okay, Fart Boy, sure. Litecoin. So Litecoin's right up against resistance. Thank you, One Red Mike. No, I'm not live there because I have to have 1,000 followers on TikTok to go live there. Right up against resistance, but I do like Litecoin. I think Litecoin's going to do well from here. It needs to break through that resistance. It needs to break through the 200-day after that. When is the bull run? Big bull run, brother. Osman, did I block you on my other account? I think I did. I think you were making some troll comments. The big bull run is when rates are much lower than where they are right now, and quantitative easing is fully enacted. And so the big bull run, I mean, honestly, though, Bitcoin can just continue to grind higher. But I think what most people mean when they say the big bull run is alt season. which I don't yet see a horizon for that. I see altcoin moments, but Litecoin this cycle, who knows, man. You know, if it hits 350, sell. Sell everything. Crypto James, thank you for the follow. But he's resigning. He doesn't want to deal with Trump anymore. That would be crazy news. Yeah, that would be crazy. All right, grocery shopping. Okay. Let's see. Based Pepe was at 0.008 2 weeks ago. Now it's half price. I think this is a huge opportunity. We'll see. No all-time high for Taib. I don't know. My answer to you was pretty much I don't know. All right. Yeah, Fartcoin Maximalist. I thought it was pretty funny. Since Pepe will pump, base Pepe has more risk and we'll see more upside. Okay. Forgon's bad for my blood pressure. Oh, that wasn't me. Okay. Sorry about that, Osman. There was somebody with a name similar to yours. Alex, win alt season. Answer, please. I don't think it's in 2025, man. That's all I'm going to say. All right, Ondo. We can have altcoin moments. You know, we can have, like right now, Ethereum breaking out. Hopefully that's going to stay like that. Maybe the staking for the ETFs would be what's the word? A catalyst. All right, is 82 cents a good entry for Ondo? Here's what I think is going to happen. Breaking through this little downtrend here. It'll back test at some point, so maybe 84.5, maybe 83. I think it'll back test. So I'd say like 85 would be a good entry for Ondo. Do you think Doge will run more with market or more with Elon news? Just with the market. Rob, thank you for the follow. Has the bull run started? The bull run started a couple of years ago. All right, it's getting pretty hot here with the chat. Give me a second here. Can you check Bonk? Let me look at Bonk. Nothing about this screams excitement to me yet. I think it still has a little bit more work to do to break out. So, spot order to sell Bitcoin. If so, at what price? No, I don't have a spot order to sell Bitcoin. It's not in the 100 to 200,000 range. It would have to be higher than that. What's your allocation ratio looking like now? Bitcoin versus ETH versus other alts? I don't know. I really don't even know, honestly, Mike. I just, in my head, it's OGs and meme coins. That's what I have. I have very little small cap utility. So OGs and meme coins, probably 50-50 with both. All right, thoughts on H-bar? There's nothing that screams buy about H-bar right now, but again, you know, I think XRP is going to have another moment where it does very well. And so H-bar is probably, not probably, it will do well. So I'm perfectly fine holding spot right now. Proppy. It's a very bullish looking chart. You know, don't know what to say. Maybe an entry at the 200-day, 94 cents. What happened to World War Bitcoin account, buddy? I've explained it like 3 times during this live stream. Short answer, there's somebody going around reporting videos and getting people banned and then demanding like $3,000. I'm not messing around with that. Do you think Zeus is cooked? No, not yet. I called for it to possibly go down go down, chop a bit. It does what everything does. Meme coins, they launch, get to a certain height, dump, chop. All right, imagine if Tesla dumps its Bitcoin, if Trump gets bullish on Bitcoin. Elon Musk apologized today. I don't think that's going to happen. All right, parabolic move imminent. Buy now. And then J-Pow is going to dump our bags in a week. Cool, man. New to crypto, this is a broad question. Where do I begin? Just, to start out by Bitcoin, you want to do some research into these cryptocurrencies. Let me tell you something. Most of them are fake and they're not worth anything. Most of the ones in like the top 10 in market cap or top 20, do it yourself. Just go through coinmarketcap.com, read the descriptions of the top 100 cryptos, something like that. But I would just start out with Bitcoin, maybe Ethereum. Lee, thank you for the follow. Yeah, please follow my backup account. I'm longing a bit before 787. Okay, if we're gone. That's fine. All right, what's your opinion on ENS? I just kind of neutral. I've never been a huge fan of it or never hated it. I don't understand why this would be worth all that much. On this side of the 200-day moving average, I mean, that is a bullish looking chart. It looks like it's following along Ethereum. Break through the 200-day, I'll be a lot more interested in ENS. What do you think Retardio can reach? Oh man, literally, if 100 people guessed a price for Retardio, there's 94 people in the TikTok live stream, 36 people in the YouTube live stream. If all of you and I guessed what we thought Retardio could reach, like my chances of being the most accurate would be as good as anyone else's chances. So I'm sorry. I'm not just going to throw out some random number. Thank you, Bimondo, for the follow. Target on property. I just don't know enough. I'm sorry. Is it insane to say ETH to 4,000 in July? I wouldn't say it's insane. Would I think that ETH will get to 4,000 in July? I don't think so. But it's not insane. All right, let me look at Jasmy. Just in the middle of a range. If it got to 0.1431, I'd be much more interested in Jasmy. It's still in a downtrend right now, but that could change at any moment. Do you have future plans on adding more utility to HEEHEE? Where do you see it in 5 years? I don't have plans right now. I mean, the big thing is eventually On-Chain Labs is going to launch, and it's going to make things more available, much easier to buy HEEHEE. 5 years, I expect to be higher. I expect it to continue to build. But like, I am fully exhausted of resources right at this moment in investing into the project. When will I not be fully exhausted of resources? Well, when the market gets hot and he melts faces, then I'll be very much not exhausted of resources. So is CEME rugging right now? Probably not, but I mean, I don't pay attention to it enough. That's Blackmail. Good to see you back. I mean, I'm not back on my main account, but sure, I'm back. Sorry, I'm late. I'm here now, though. Hey, Ponky. Do you think Arrow going to catch a bid at some point? Not in love with Arrow, but at some point. Do you still think we just go sideways this summer and possible alt season Q3? I never said sideways this summer. I said sideways potentially for June. But given where Ethereum is right now, there's potential for things to heat up much quicker. Ethereum looks really good. Faces shall be melted. There we go. Do you think Pole still has the potential to hit your prediction? No. I made a video in August of 2024, almost a year ago now, saying that my predictions are toast. That either they're too low or they're too high. And for Polygon, it seems like it's too high. Pepe 30 billion in September. Who do you think I am? You think do I see Pepe hitting 30 billion in September? Well, no, that's not all that much higher. No, I do not. But you might be asking that question thinking that I'm somebody that I'm not. So Pith chart looks terrible. What do you want to say? And it looks like they had a scam pump into their that is so scammy. Oh my goodness. Sorry, Pith, the last 2 Mays in the middle of May, their supply doubled. So last May it went from X and it doubled. This May it doubled again. So there's now 4 times as much Pith in circulation as when it in April of 2024. So I'm looking at the chart for the first time in a long time, and Pith had this nonsense scam pump. It went from 13 cents up to 21 cents, and then went right back down. And that pump happened leading into the unlock. That is total garbage. It's total garbage. That means I wouldn't touch Pith at all, honestly. What percent do you usually split your crypto at the moment? E.g. 60% Bitcoin, 30% alts, and 10% memes. I don't have a system, but here's what I'll say. I'm about 50% in OG utility and 50% in memes, something like that. And my largest bags for meme coins are HEEHEE, Fat Cat, and Solnik. Each day I see institutions buying more ETH. Yeah, talked about that. We don't hear anything about Pendle, Aero, Ondo anymore. I have literally talked about all 4 of those cryptos in this live stream because people have asked about it. You think AVAX can hit 50 still? Yeah. Thank you, Gus, for the follow. And Woke Crypto Adopter, thank you for the follow. What leverage are you using on Uni? I did a 5X. It's confident level. Caspa, man, I'm not in love with getting in. I have Caspa. Let me be clear about that. I own some Caspa. Nah, I can't do that. It can go lower. I want to see some more strength in this chart. I sold all my Fat Cat because I overinvested and needed de-risk because of stress. That's not a bad idea, man. All right, people on X says 112.7K 2025 resistance is the most important resistance, but they don't talk about the 8-year trend line resistance at 114. Yeah, the 8-year trend line resistance is much more important. 100%. Thanks for thoughts on Pith. You're welcome. Bet HEEHEE, Solnik, biggest bags. Okay. Any chance Chlor will recover? It's not a chart I've looked at in a while. Small market cap, utility. We need a lot of excitement in altcoins, and then Chlor could recover. But this thing just straight up looks. There's zero reason to buy it right now. Do you think it's smart to put 200K into Pepe right now? I don't know. Are you a multi-millionaire? You a decamillionaire? You put 200K into Pepe? Is 200K all that you have? I would say no. You know, it's more about percentages. I would have a bag of Pepe, but I need to know more about your financial situation. Gucci, hello. For Fun and Paul, thank you for the follow. North Star, thank you for the follow. Can Link hit 50 this run? It's possible. I'm not holding on to my Link until $50. Favorite coins for gains this cycle? Ugh. There's too many options, man. You know, I mean, how about HEEHEE, Solnick, and Fat Cat? Yeah, new account in the background for now. Please give me a follow. I really need to get to 1,000 followers on there, so I can go live from that account. I mean, I'd love to get this account to 10,000 as well. So thank you, Dot, for the follow. Suman Airdrop is asking for my wallet passphrase. Do I trust? No, absolutely not. No, N-O, no, no. That is not, that is a scam. That is 100% a scam. There is no, so what happens is Suiman, there's the Telegram group for Suiman, and then what happens is you automatically get added by a scammer to another Telegram group that claims it's an airdrop. It's not an airdrop. If you ever hear the word or see the word airdrop, just flat out assume that it's a scam. You see that on X, you see it on Telegram, it's a scam. And if they're asking for your wallet passphrase and you're asking that question, oh my goodness. Have you bought silver lately? I bought silver in 2011. I've been holding on to my silver since 2011. Some ETFs, AG for a silver miner and SILJ for a silver miner ETF. Thoughts on AOs? I already looked at AOs a ton. Like, AOs should do very well. And, you know what? I mean, the last couple of days here, it looks really good. Yeah, I might buy some spot AOs after this live stream. It held perfectly at a level of support that I'd been looking at. And this one looks good. Now, the 200-day, it's got to break through the 200-day. Top 5 utility for this cycle. I just don't have a top 5 anything. Guys, I'm more of a trader than I am a holder. I'm sorry. You know, I get questions. What's your top 5? What's the most bullish thing right now? Guys, I try to trade. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting a phone call. I actually have to answer it. I'm not going to leave this live stream. What's up?
Hey, do you just want to meet me at Chipotle at 12?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, let's just do that because I'm so sorry. I'll give you a better apologize when I see you in person.
Okay, wait, Chipotle, where is it?
It's just right down the hill.
Okay.
By the church. Like at the bottom of that hill by their highway.
All right, cool. I'll see you there.
All right. See you there noon. Bye.
Yep. Okay, I'm back. Give me a second. All right, Mike and Locked Ton, thank you for the follow. JK, thank you for the follow. I seen you on here like 40 minutes ago. What happened to your old account? My account got banned. There's somebody going around reporting old videos, demanding payment. And if you pay him, he'll protect you forever. I'm not going to do it. RM, thank you for the follow. Can you name me a few ones that you think are going to perform very, very good, very well? Listen, here's my issue with that. My issue with that is right now, large cap altcoins that are not going to provide you life-changing gains, they're going to provide you gains. Something like an Aave. I really like Aave right now. I like Chainlink right now. I like Quant, Tau, Pendle, Pepe, even though it's a meme coin. Things like that. But you might want something else from me. And I'm not willing to give you that to you right now because a lot of the lower cap altcoins I have no interest in touching right at this moment. And there's a scenario where I could see those altcoins just that we wouldn't have this big explosive alt season, and maybe a lot of those altcoins would not do well. There are people, probably scammers in here right now. Assume that on every live. Yep. Is HEEHEE going up after ETH broke through, you said? Thank you, Scotty. Really appreciate that. Well, here's what happened. Yesterday, Jane Man, I was ready to go live. I was ready to hype up HEEHEE and to just let's break out of this range. It looked like we were primed to break out of this range that we were in. And then right before I went live, a whale dumped his bags. And so now we're recovering again. Be patient. We'll get there. Can you look at DOT? What do you expect, please? I'm not a huge fan of Polkadot. And the chart doesn't look great, except, it might be breaking a brief downtrend here. Yeah, it has broken a little bit of a downtrend. So there is that. I just don't love DOT. Pundle, no, sorry. Your hero, thank you. Proppy, already looked at Proppy, looks bullish, chart looks bullish. Traders and spot holders are different people, 100%. Sorry for asking. Oh, yeah, no worries, Sarah. It's just that this is like the fourth or fifth time that I've been asked that question. What is the name of token AOZ? Cannot find it. AIOZ. Yeah, that's it. Zero Layer Tone, thank you for the follow. Green Vein, thank you. XCN. What's up with XCN? I haven't looked at it in a while. I really think this is man. All right, so I'm looking at the XCN chart. Here's what happened. In January, XCN exploded. And then it just grinded down, grinded, got back to its 200-day moving average, and then had a nice pump, not like an explosion, but a pump. And now grinding down, 200-day moving average. It's very close to its 200-day moving average. So maybe now it's going to pump again. Might be worth getting some exposure to XCN. Yeah, traders and spot buyers, some guys. Yep. I got Bitcoin and XRP on Robinhood. What decentralized exchange do you recommend? I used to dump on Robinhood, but as long as you can transfer out of it, I think it's fine. It's a lot safer to hold it there than a wallet that could be vulnerable to different attacks and stuff. But I like Trust Wallet. That's not a decentralized exchange, but I like holding a lot of my crypto in Trust Wallet and MetaMask. Oh, shoot, virtuals. Somebody asked me earlier about virtuals, and I accidentally skipped it. So thank you, Alliance, Marla. Man, virtuals looks great. Man, yeah, I'm still holding my virtuals. That chart looks fantastic. So I'd still hold on to it. I don't have a price target. I'm sorry. It's too new. Thank you, Leon, for the follow. After the GME BS, I don't touch Robinhood. I understand. Yeah, that's fine. Where do you recommend I send long profits to so I can transfer to the bank? I use Robinhood and Coinbase to cash out. Thank you, Pedro, for the follow. Do you think if you keep getting banned, it will affect HEEHEE in the long term? I don't think I'm going to get. I'm going to keep getting banned. Here's the thing that was a pleasant surprise to me. When I got banned, I thought HEEHEE was going to dump, but it didn't. And Devin got banned, and Solnick didn't dump. So I'm not worried about it. You know, my live stream on this account is 40% viewers of the live stream on the other account. And I could get that account back, World War Bitcoin. And if that happens, I'm going to delete all my videos, and I'm just going to use it to go live for about a month or two. So we'll see. Zebek. I haven't looked at Zebek in a little bit here. It looks like it still has more room to go down. It's just, I wouldn't touch it. Not yet, at least. All right, Bitcoin dominance got rejected perfectly at 64.63. Do you think that was a local top and alts are about to pump hard? I think that was a local top. I think that was a higher low. Higher low? No, lower high, excuse me. I think that was a lower high. Does that mean that that alts are going to explode? Let's just take this one step at a time, man. You don't need to delete them, just set them private. I thought about that. But one red mic, do you know the answer to this? If I set them private, let's say somebody reports a video of mine and then I set it private, would TikTok still, would I still be affected? That's my fear with setting them private. Bitcoin rocket, yeah. What do you think about Zeus? I think it's time for it to cool off and chop for quite a while, but I don't think it's done. Afternoon Crowman. Are AOs and Proppy one of your favorite low caps? The only low caps that I like are meme coins. I do like AOs, so how about that? I like AOs, but other than that, low caps, meme coins. So HEEHEE, HEEHEE, Solnick, and Fat Cat are my three favorite. Thank you, JY and user 514 for the follow, or 541 for the follow. You're welcome, Rob. ETH is reaching to 3K. Let's see where ETH is. Yeah, man, ETH looks really good. Like I said, I told you guys, you know, I told you once it broke through 27.17, it was going to go straight to 3K. AO's price prediction, maybe in the $3. What exchange do you recommend for HEEHEE? Right now, I mean, Phantom Wallet, Soulflare Wallet, connect it to Jupiter. That's your best way to go. Affected how no one can report it anymore, but if there was a pending report, it might go through. Yeah, that's my fear. Yeah, maybe one red mic. I just don't want to take the chance. I'm reading your whole comment there. I see it. Yeah. All right, guys. Please do me a favor. Give me a follow on TikTok at WWBTC5, please. And then also, you know, I have a couple other accounts that I created there recently. One is doing on one of those accounts, I'm doing a $200 to $1 million challenge, and I'm sharing different trading setups in that challenge, in those videos. And that account is called Fartcoin Maximalist. I'm really proud of that name. I'm not a Fartcoin Maximalist. I just think it's funny. So that's more of like a degen, but trading account. I have some trade setups that I shared in my most recent video. So Fartcoin Maximalist, WWBTC5. I have another one called Devoted Dividend Investor, all one word. And that one, I've become addicted to investing in dividend stocks and ETFs lately. There's some amazing financial instruments that I have a lot of hope for that provide very high yields for dividends. So WWBTC5, Fartcoin maximalist, devoted dividend investor. Thank you, Kershid, for the follow. Thanks, One Red Mike. Talk about the challenge. I don't have any specific like timeline on that. I'm not doing a 30-day challenge. I'm just doing a challenge. Here's the thing. So a lot of you want to get into crypto trading. So I started with $200 in a Soulflare wallet. Now here I take some liberties, okay? So what I've been doing is I've been trading on my Bitmart account, and then I've been sending my gains to my Soulflare wallet in USDC, Solana-based USDC. So I'm taking liberties with that. I'll do some stock trading and then send it from Robinhood in the form of Solana to that Soulflare wallet, those gains. I'll buy meme coins in that wallet. I am also doing whatever it takes to get to $1,000 as quickly as possible. And so I'm forcing myself, and some of you are going to laugh at me for this, I don't care. I'm forcing myself to Uber until take a trip on the way to my office, take a trip on the way home. I'm forcing myself to drive for Uber and then transfer that to my Soulflare account until I get to $1,000. And then I'm extra conservative with everything I do until I get to $1,000 in that. And so my goal with this initial $200 investment is to make $10 a day trading. And some of you need to hear this, okay? Don't try to shoot if you want to trade. Don't try to shoot for the moon right away. Thank you for those gifts, by the way, Sarah. And if anyone else gave any, I didn't see it. I saw a heart one. Thank you so much for that. Baby steps. Try to make $10 a day, and protect Uber Eats guy. All right, driving for Uber. Protect your assets as much as possible. As much as possible. The big thing that you should be doing is trying as much as possible to eliminate big losses. It's okay. You make big gains for sure. You make small gains, good. You make small losses, that's okay. But do not make big losses. Don't do that. That's the biggest thing. All right. Is the link attached to this account? The link. Sarah, I don't know what you're referring to. Where do you think AOS goes long term? I like AOS. Thank you, B Mondo. Really appreciate that follow on WWBTC5. Thank you, Trap for the follow. And Fort FN Highlights, thank you for the follow. Why don't you look like DOT? Chart looks like it could go up a bit. I bought DOT in 2020 for $6 a token. Polkadot is now, I sold it. Polkadot's now $4.32. This has been consistently losing dominance. There's no adoption. Thank you, Uber Eats guy. Lavi, thank you for that gift. And Jamie, thank you for the gift. Lavi's the one who sent the hand heart. Missed you, bro. Thank you, Trap Tap. I would love to get my account back, but we'll see. Can I be your Uber driver? No, I need to drive for Uber to get that account up to $1,000. What's the name of the dividend TikTok account? Devoted Dividend Investor. Good for you. Thank you. 5 to 10% is a great return. Yeah. Good advice. Thanks. To your other account, but someone else just shared it with me. All right. All right, I'm almost done. I'm going to Chipotle with a friend for lunch. So would you not consider buying DOT at these prices? I'll consider anything, man. I will consider getting in and out of different cryptos. And I have bought DOT this run. It's more of a trading mentality, not a long-term holding mentality. So, all right. Thank you guys for your time. I'm going to be done. Really appreciate you all. Lobby, thank you. Please, again, follow the follows. I would love you forever. I need to get this account to 1,000 followers, WWBTC5. Thank you, Sarah. Much love to you all. This is a great live stream today. Really appreciate all of you. So, see ya.